Hello Bandits. Today we're taking a look at the Viking-based real-time strategy title from Shiro Games, Northgard. Those who've been watching my Xbox timeline may have seen that I've got a little bit addicted to this one of late, and I've been spending a good deal of time on Northgard over the last few days, courtesy of the developer Shiro Games. In Northgard you play as one of a good selection of Viking clans, and each come with their own perks and starting bonuses. You'll use these through the single player skirmish mode, as well as spending time with them on story mode. It does also include multiplayer, and I have to assume that you'll also get to select them there. However, in honesty, the many times I've gone to search for a game on Xbox One, I've not found anybody else playing. The single player mode does have a few different victory conditions, and you can win by amassing wisdom, trade, fame, or a straightforward domination, though if you like you can also set this to a domination only victory to allow winning only by being the last clan standing. You can also choose from different types and sizes of map, including the end of the world Ragnarok map, which will see further natural disasters as well as beasties for you to battle. Overall, it feels like a very legitimate love child of Civilization and Command & Conquer, which has been brought lovingly to consoles with a fairly decent control scheme. It's not perfect in all areas, however most of the time you should find the things you need within a click, and splitting up your warband, while a little limited, generally gives enough options for a little tactical planning. Northgard is rated by PEGI at 12 and above, and by the ESRB at Everybody 10+. This does include references to alcohol and some very mild language within the written dialogue, and of course being a real-time strategy, some violence. Generally speaking, the cartoon armies fall to the floor with no blood or gore, and so for me, while I can't say it is 100% child-friendly, it probably is one which I wouldn't mind my 6-year-old having a bash on, as he is a fan of the genre. With that stacked up, onto the rundown. Visuals, great. The cartoon visuals are well created, and I've had no visual bugs or glitches. The only slight issue I do have is that we lack the ability to rotate the camera, a feature which would work well on the otherwise unused X-axis of the right stick. Audio, good. The various calls and effects are worked well within the game, and the music is absolutely on point, and this is one where I've had the menu on in the background here in the PB office just for the soundtrack. The only reason that this is marked down from great to good is due to the lack of voice acting outside the cutscenes, which would have worked really well within the otherwise silent dialogue. Narrative, good. Again, only really marked down due to the lack of voice acting and therefore immersion. The narrative that you'll find within the story mode is actually pretty good, and sees you as the heir of a murdered High King, making a new life for your clan on the Northgard shores. Replay, good. The single player and story mode are great, and I have no doubt that the multiplayer would also be if I'd been able to find a game. Without being able to find any, I've had to mark this down from great, though I'm sure if you arranged a game with a friend or friends that you'd have an excellent time. Overall, the Pixel Bandits score on the heavy oaken doors is grab it. This is a fairly cheap title compared to the AAAs, and is going down as one of my favourite new releases this year, and possibly for the last few years. It could use a little more nuance with the armies and battle system with a limited number of units, but the changing playstyle required with different clans and even during the different in-game seasons, which are pretty much winter and not winter, is a really nice touch. I've had a great time with Northgard, and if you're a fan of real-time strategy titles and Vikings, I definitely recommend it. That's all from us for now, but if you have any questions or insights, get them in the comments below, and for game reviews, flashbacks, RP and the latest news, don't forget to subscribe here and at the links on screen to stay up to date with just about everything.